Finally, after 5 years of starting the channel, I bought an iPhone for review. I used this device for 15 days and here is my detailed review. As this is an iPhone, we have to start with pricing. 64,000 rupees is the original pricing, but you can get it for around 59,000 rupees with some card offer. Not just that, 59,000 rupees is a fantastic pricing, and that's why I bought the iPhone 11. But in coming future, with Apple ramping up their device manufacturing in India, means that we may get iPhone 12 or iPhone 13 at the price tag of 50,000 rupees in India itself, and that would be fantastic. Even 60,000 rupees pricing is not bad, considering S10 Plus, Note 10 or even OnePlus's flagship devices are touching 50,000 rupees very easily. Let's start with the box content. In the box, you will get the iPhone itself. Then you will get this 5-watt charger. As soon as you get it, just throw it in the dustbin. That charger is useless, literally useless. It takes 3 hours to charge the device. I paid 60,000 rupees device just to get a charger which charges the device in 3 freaking hours. I have no idea how Apple gets away with this dumb fan base, or Apple just doesn't want to improve, because 18-watt fast charger is pre-included in the box of iPhone 11 Pro and iPhone 11 Pro Max. I didn't want to mention Redmi and Realme devices, but Realme X2 Pro at the price of 30,000 rupees comes with a 50-watt charger, and Note 8 at the price tag of 10,000 rupees comes with a 18-watt charger in the box itself, whereas iPhone 11 comes with a 5-watt charger. Don't use it. Buy a PD charger and make sure you get a cable which supports fast charging, because the cable which is present inside the box does not support fast charging. Because when I tried other PD chargers that I have in the house with the cable which was present in the box of iPhone 11, it doesn't work. So that's why I had to get a fast charger. I bought the original Apple's fast charger and a cable which costed me around 4,000 rupees. If you buy third party like from Anchor or something, you can get it for around 2,000 rupees, but you need to make sure that you get a good cable as well which supports fast charging. And as soon as you get a fast charger, things change immediately. I was able to get the device from 0% to 86% in just 1 hour, and in 1 hour 10 or 20 minutes you can get the device fully charged. That fast charging is fantastic, because this device comes with only 3100 mAh battery and 5-watt charger. I have no words to say. And when it comes to battery life, the battery life was good as well. I was able to get through 1 day. Sometimes it was a little bit difficult. I had to put the device on charge at the end of the day. But for a normal person who uses the device normally with like social media application, pictures or things like that, TikTok videos, iPhone users. So for those people, getting through a day should not be an issue. If you play a lot of PUBG Mobile, then you may have to charge the device by 6 or 7 p.m. Screen on time with my usage was about 4 to 5 hours. Next thing that you get in the box are the earphones. Can you give me the earphones? As you must be knowing, Apple started the trend of not including the headphone jack. Surprisingly, the earphones sound really good. iPhone 11 comes with a 720p display. Don't tell me that one pixel has 3 sub-pixels or anything like that. As soon as I started using the device, I was able to notice pixels. It took me about 2 to 3 days to get used to the display, and after I got used to it, I was really happy. Viewing angles are fantastic, outdoor visibility is great, colors are just perfect. It's not oversaturating colors or undersaturating anything like that. It feels and looks perfect in my opinion. But once again, at the price of 60,000 rupees, I'm not sure how can anyone justify the 720p display. It's 2019, for God's sake. Samsung launched a device which can be folded, and we have iPhone 11 with a 720p display costing you 60,000 rupees. Redmi Note 8 once again comes at a 10,000 rupees price tag and comes with a 1080p panel. But again, if you are not a techie person, like if my dad decides to buy iPhone 11, he wants me to sell this iPhone 11 to him for 15,000 rupees only. I was like, what? He may not notice the 720p or 1080p display. Many people who decide to buy iPhone because of the Apple logo or branding, or just because they want an iPhone, do not care whether it's 720p or 1080p. If you are someone like that, you will enjoy the display quality. If display quality is something which matters to you, it's great. Resolution, huge thumbs down. Samsung making foldable phones, Apple adding big notches. Even in 2019, oh perfect, iPhone 11, 11 Pro, 11 Pro Max, any device, this big notch. I mean, it comes with a face unlock feature. Oh, 3D face unlock feature. Wait, let me show you how fast it is. I have to swipe up compulsory. I want it to unlock automatically. I look at it, the device gets unlocked now. The face unlock feature, detection, I mean, it's good. It's very fast, not as fast as my OnePlus 70, but maybe safer than 70. And this one works in low light conditions, like completely pitch dark conditions as well. And even after having those sensors, I still think that this was too big of a notch. Now it feels like Apple is not trying to innovate. They are just trying to make sure that they have things right. Considering it's such a huge company, I can understand, because they don't want to get a single thing wrong, because this is the only phone or only series of phones, like 3 phones that they launch in a year. Maybe the fear of getting things wrong, they are limiting their innovation capabilities. That's why there is no folding phone from Apple, and it's not going to come in 2020 as well. So yeah. You know how you have a dream that one day you will achieve this, achieve that. After using so many Xiaomi devices, Realme devices, I always had a dream that one day I'll use the original ColorOS, original MIUI, that's iOS. And with iOS 13, which is extremely limiting. Me being a serious Android fan, even though I do not customize a lot, I'm telling you this right away, I'm not a customization fan, but still I did not enjoy the software experience. It's smooth. First of all, let's talk about the performance. A13 Bionic chip, like fantastic. Snapdragon 855, 855 plus is great and all, but even in day-to-day life performance, with Apple's optimization, the performance is fantastic. Everything looks very smooth. Animation, 60 FPS UI, fantastic. Switching between applications, multitasking, everything was very easy. Not just that, even PUBG gameplay performance was fantastic. Apple Arcade has a lot of games. Like if you are into mobile gaming, and I'm not talking about PUBG Mobile and Free Fire, that's it. Mobile gaming is much more than that. Playing arcade games, playing RPG titles. If you are into that, then iPhone 11 or any other iPhone for that matter is probably the best. And with the A13 Bionic chip, it gets the job done. I was very happy with the performance, but when it comes to software, which is extremely limiting, the only thing that I was able to do was move around the icons on the home screen and change the wallpapers. I'm not sure if I should complain or not, because this is something where I think Apple is, I don't know why they are not adding different options. I can understand why Apple doesn't change UI and add multiple options, because someone who is using iPhone for let's say 4 years just does not want to see an UI which like they can't understand after 4 years of using the device. I mean, iOS users being iOS users, they don't have root, TWRP, oh my god. They have jailbreak though, but it is becoming even more difficult. After you jailbreak the device, you can do all the things which I'm talking about, like change icon packs, like change it to square icons, change the icons completely, have different animations. There is no reason for not adding animation. And one of the major point that reviewers usually use is that ecosystem, Apple ecosystem and iMessage. First of all, my friends who have iPhone do not use iMessage, and people who are not even my friends, and when I ask them, do you use iMessage? They said they don't use iMessage. They use iPhone because it's just iPhone. They do not have Mac, or they do not have anything. In India, if you do not have Mac, if you do not use iMessage, remember, iPhone becomes equivalent of an Android device. Obviously, like there are things which are differentiating, but in other countries, people buy iPhones because of iMessage and the ecosystem that Apple creates. Whereas if you are in India and if you do not care about these things, consider buying an Android phone, maybe OnePlus 70, 70 Pro, 7 Pro, S10 Plus, Note 10 Plus. All these devices are good as well. Ads in UI is the point that I have written down in my notes when I'm going to review a phone. I thought in Apple devices, I'll be like, no, there are no ads. Even though there are no spammy push notifications, but there are ads in the App Store. If you search for something, you will see an ad. I mean, I was surprised. I was not expecting that. Obviously, this is my first iPhone that I'm using, so there are ads in App Store. I installed Share It application just to see if this app will send me spammy notification on iPhone, and it did not. When it comes to UI, it's very clean UI as well. Obviously, there is an ad. I'm not against ads by any means, but Share It is supposed to be used for sharing files. It is not supposed to be used as a vulgar video player, which it is on Android now. That's not the case with iOS. Not just that, there are no spammy notifications which share it as well. This is where iOS gets a point against Android. No spammy notifications from random applications giving you hundreds of notifications on daily basis. At least with share it applications with limited apps that I use, I did not face this issue at least. I praised iPhone 11's camera in a lot of my other smartphone reviews, and let's talk about the camera performance. I was extremely happy with the camera performance. If you want a very good camera experience, buy the iPhone 11. Forget ecosystem, forget iMessage. If camera is your only priority and you need flagship level experience, I personally feel like iPhone 11 is the best device for that. You can obviously say that install Google camera in Android device, blah 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 blah, but still, normal camera to ultra wide angle camera, the colors do not change that much. It's not hugely noticeable. The camera performance is fantastic. Not just that, even in low light scenarios, the camera performed very good. Selfie camera was always good. Portrait mode photos with selfie camera always performed very good. I use the iPhone 11 camera a lot just to see how consistent the camera is, and every time the camera shifting from normal to wide angle camera or clicking images with wide angle camera, just normal camera, every time the iPhone 11 camera was consistent. And this is something which is missing in Android. Obviously, I'm not saying that Android flagships are bad when it comes to camera performance, but it's just that iPhone is much more consistent than any other Android phone that I've used, because with Android phones it can be like, okay, you're using the normal camera, the image is not that saturated, but as soon as you shift to 2x camera, the image will be saturated automatically. That does not happen with the iPhone 11. Not just camera, but video camera performance. Oh my god, the video camera performance is bonkers, literally bonkers. If you are a YouTuber looking to shoot videos only with the smartphone camera, like if I go to an event, I'll carry the iPhone 11 to shoot the videos. I can ditch my GH5 and use the iPhone 11 itself. The video camera performance is that good. 4K 60 FPS, and even if you shoot 4K 60 FPS videos for 10 minutes, there is no overheating issue as such, and that's fantastic. I love the video camera performance. I cannot tell you guys enough how good and stable the video camera performance of iPhone 11 is. As I said earlier, I'll repeat again, if camera is your priority, get the iPhone 11 or 11 Pro or 11 Pro Max. iPhone 11 has only two lenses, normal lens and ultra wide angle lens, and the front camera is also pretty good. 12 megapixel is against the 108 megapixel camera of Xiaomi CC9 Pro or Mi Note 10, as you saw in MKBHD's video, performed better. And this shows that megapixels do not matter, the quality of sensor, the software processing matters, and this is where iPhone 11 literally shines. I thought I'll be careful with the iPhone 11 and I won't use any case or screen protector. Do not do that. You will end up getting scratches. I was careful, still I got scratches on my iPhone 11's display, and I had to get a case because I have to sell this device further. I cannot afford to have scratches on the device and then sell it. The price will go down drastically. I bought this Pigeon case which does not show the Apple logo, and that's totally fine for me. I bought an iPhone because I wanted to review it. If you're planning to buy an iPhone to show off, do not buy this case because it does not have the Apple cutout. Do remember this. Install a screen protector as well. Let it be Gorilla Glass 6 or iPhone 11's glass, it is going to get scratches. Few things which I want to mention which are kind of India specific. iPhone 11 Pro and Pro Max, all these devices come with single SIM only. If you want to use two SIM cards at the same time, you have to use one physical SIM card and one eSIM. Only then dual SIM card is supported. Whereas in China, they have a physical dual SIM variant, and I think Apple should launch that in India as well. Because of the single SIM issue, I had to use two phones at the same time, iPhone 11 and OnePlus 70, and this brings me to the comparison between both these devices. I was using both these devices at the same time. 90 Hz refresh rate is smoother and better. That should be the normal thing in 2020. Hopefully Apple does it with iPhone 12. They may not do it with iPhone 12. iPhone 12 they'll add OLED display and say we upgraded from LCD to OLED, and they will give 90 Hz maybe to iPhone 11, iPhone 12 Pro. 70 against iPhone 11. What were the differences? Let's assume I had both these devices lying on the table at like this, and if I wanted to do a Google search, like, are Apple fanboys show off? then I'll any day pick up the OnePlus 70 and do that, because I can use the face unlock feature, which will unlock the device instantly. Not just that, the animations are not that long as compared to iPhone, and the search will happen faster on OnePlus 70 because it's an Android device. Just kidding, that's not the case. It's just that OnePlus 70 has smaller animation duration, which means that everything seems as if it's faster than iPhone. I'm not saying that iPhone is slow or iPhone lags or anything like that. It's just that I know that I can get the search done faster on my OnePlus 70 as compared to iPhone 11. There is no notification LED light on the iPhone 11 Pro, Pro Max, anything. There is no always on display as well. Yeah, this one has LCD screen, so no wonder it doesn't have it. Even the higher variants do not have it. Second thing, wideband L1 certification, there is nothing like wideband L1 over here, but Netflix, Amazon Prime, everything that you have, like let it be Hulu, HBO, anything, everything will work in the maximum resolution possible, that is 720p for this device, because iPhones are not like Android phones where Netflix का कुछ issue हो जाता है, that's why it is only streaming in 480p. Nothing like that will happen. Everything will work smoothly, and this is where iPhones have their advantage, that all the app developers like Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, all these applications are very well optimized. Twitter was sort of okay, but Instagram, if you post photos or videos from iPhone 11 to Instagram directly with the Instagram's camera application, looks fantastic. If I do the same with OnePlus 70, it looks, you can notice that it is not posted from the default camera application. If I have to post an Instagram story taking a poll, are Apple fanboys toxic, then I'll any day use the iPhone because its quality is much better. So what's the final opinion? I personally feel like if someone asks me, I need a good camera in a flagship device, I wouldn't think twice. I'll just instantly recommend the iPhone 11 to them, because camera quality and video quality, which you are seeing right now, is fantastic on the iPhone 11. If I'm traveling somewhere and I want to make sure that I get good videos and good photos, iPhone 11 will be the device which I'll carry, and not any other Android device if I want the best output. But when it comes to iOS 13, being an Android fan for such a long time, not even a fan, Android user for such a long time, I have found using iOS 13 a little bit difficult for my, like, auto brightness setting. It's supposed to be under display, but it's under settings, accessibility, then scroll all the way down and then you get auto brightness sensor. When it comes to other software experiences such as navigation gestures, swiping between applications and scrolling through them, it was extremely good over here. Performance is something which you do not have to worry about. One thing which I want to mention is that sometimes if I'm using the device at 70 to 80% brightness and I'm using normal applications like Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, even after that the device becomes extremely warm, like 39 to 40 degrees Celsius at times. If I stop using the device for a minute, then it goes back down to 35 degrees Celsius once again. This is something which I did not expect, and this is happening with my device at least. Overall, currently I'm going to stay with my Android ecosystem only, not going to shift to iOS for sure, because iOS doesn't feel like it's made for me. I'll surely give it a try in coming future. Then I'll make a video with iPhone 12 if I decide to buy that. Stay tuned, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you are planning to buy the iPhone 11, which is a great device. Personally, it's not made for me, but it can be good for you. The direct link will be present in the description box below. Do buy from that link as it helps out the channel. If you still have any more doubts, suggestions or queries regarding the iPhone 11 and the video which I made right now, do let me know about that in the comment section box below. I'll be more than glad to answer your queries. So yeah, thank you guys. Thank you for watching. There is no option to view the size, name of the photo or the video that you have clicked. In order to do that, you have to save the file. There is an option save to files. It's already saved, but you have to save to files, and then you can view all the data that you want to know, like EXIF data, size, name,